Lamar, we're in the third quarter. Take it away.
Look. Now, y'all were talking about, and I want to talk to y'all about Rondo. Y'all said Rondo joined.
Okay, no, stop.
What?
Fine. I'll do this. I'll do it then. You ain't gonna start with Rondo like that.
Okay,
Lamar. So last week we talked about the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yes.
Talk to me about LeBron.
LeBron's our centerpiece. That's it. He deserved the max. He made the right decision. He came to LA because he knew that that's where it was best for his family too. His family decision. Mm-hmm. But I also think that was the best move that he had available at that point. I really do. I think it was better than Philly. That's why I kind of disagree with you a little bit, but I know where you're coming from about Philly. Mm-hmm. I understand that.
Right.
I just didn't see him and Ben Simmons playing together.
Well, that's why I say you trade Ben Simmons if he comes.
They weren't going to trade Simmons. That's just my opinion.
Well, remember Markelle Fultz is off.
Markelle Fultz was off.
They especially aren't going to be.
Yeah, but that was for the Kawhi trade.
Right.
That wasn't for.
It shouldn't be. He shouldn't be off limits for anybody.
Oh, I agree. That was blasphemy. I completely agree. I'm not saying it. I completely agree. I'm just saying it wouldn't have happened with LeBron because LeBron was already free agent.
If they wanted JaVale McGee, they should have been like, "Can we throw Fultz in with you?"
Absolutely.
They should have been like, "Hey, Fultz is available to anybody."
Yeah,
like
the same person you DNP'd in the playoffs. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right, but for LeBron to really build in what he wants, which is his legacy, he knew going to LA would have to be like the ice going. Because if he wins a championship in LA,
how much pressure does he have?
Oh, he's got a lot of pressure. Because Kobe was there, and he's already feeling it. We've all seen it on SportsCenter. Right. There's people already talking about, oh, Kobe was this, and they were going at it for those years, which I think is kind of Laker fans. Y'all need to stop that. But
you would say that now. That
but he's got pressure. He has pressure.
When does he need to win a championship by?
It's got to be 3 years.
You think he's going to be capable of? Well,
you saying like pressure-wise, he needs to win one.
Pressure-wise, he needs to win one in 3 years. Especially with free agency next, he's got to get.
He's got to do it next year.
He's only got what?
I think next year.
He signed a 4-year deal.
He's only got like 5 or 6 years left at the most, right?
I think he's gonna retire as a Laker. I really do. I think this is it.
I think this is it too. I could see that for sure. Okay.
I think he should win. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I got you. So, but yeah, that's he's got a lot of pressure, man.
Who else has joined the Lakers? You can go on now.
Okay. Now, you were talking about Rondo. Mm-hmm. Okay. The reason why Rondo is important is I think they're really trying to downplay Ball's injury because he tore his meniscus, in his knee.
Right. And
I think it's more serious than people are really letting on. So having Rondo there to help out with that is a big deal. Plus, they're essentially the same player. So you take out Ball for a while, you put in Rondo, you got somebody teaching him and experience while Ball can develop his jump shot, which he needs to, and that may be good while he's injured, is while he's working on that jump shot, that terrible form on that jump shot. He needs it. So in the meantime, Rondo gives them toughness, especially on defense. They can play different styles of defense. I think it was good. It was a good move. It has nothing to do with the Celtics.
So who's the starting point guard when everyone's healthy?
It has to be Ball, because if we want him to develop, or if you want him as trade
the playoffs,
or if you want him as trade bait, you have to have Ball out there
in the playoffs. Let's say you guys are going up against the Houston Rockets. Who's your starting point?
We take whoever makes the team better.
Which is who?
I don't know that. We don't know what Ball's been doing this offseason. We don't know what Ball's been doing this offseason.
To a championship point guard. That is disrespectful.
Right. Back in 2000 and
he's still a championship point guard. He still played great minutes for the Pelicans in the playoffs.
Yes, he did. But again, I've said this before. I'll say it again. Drew Holiday was the man that was dominating for them.
That's fine.
Rondo was in the backup role.
Just like in 2008 when the other three were the main ones and Rondo was the one supporting them with the assists.
But this is not the same because Rondo was a backup to Drew Holiday. He'll be sixth man coming off the bench, but he needs to be.
Rondo started in the playoffs.
Not the whole year, though.
In the playoffs.
Okay. About last year?
Okay.
This past year?
Yes.
If we're talking playoffs, playoffs, yes, of course we're going to play Rondo as currently as it is. But we don't know how Ball. He's a young player. He's still developing. He ain't even got his grown man body yet.
But this year, Rondo is your starting point guard.
Not to start the season. I think we start with Ball and then transition as the year goes along to having Rondo. That way it gets a good little
That's
shakeup.
silly.
It's not silly.
That is extremely silly.
No, it's not.
You should have the best person in your starting lineup as your younger person develops, and then they switch into the starting role when they surpass the
But
person.
that can't happen with Lonzo Ball and his playing style, though. He needs the ball in his hands. If we're depending on Lonzo to come off the bench and give us a punch, that is a bad idea. Rondo gives us energy, gives us toughness. So when Ball comes off the floor, we even pick up with Rondo. That's the point. Strategy.
But Rondo, I mean, big thing about the Lakers, like I said, they're all 1-year deals.
Yes.
So,
which is huge because next year's free agency is going to be very important. Very important.
So Rondo showed up. First thing he did was he asked for footage of all the players so he could get to know how everyone plays. He seems like he understands that they could win a championship. If Rondo is there putting in 100% effort, he's your starting point guard for the entire year.
Lonzo's also working with Magic Johnson.
Lonzo Ball does not compare to Rajon Rondo. Period. End of story.
They're the same style players, though.
But they are not the same caliber.
They both don't have a jump shot. They both can dribble. They both can pass. They both can defend.
No, you're right. Over the next week, I'm gonna look and see who my game resembles in the NBA, and I'm gonna go to the NBA and start above them while I'm developing, because I'm still working on things. I'm still working on some things, but my game is pretty similar. I'll figure out who it is, and I'll go do that.
blasphemous.
Lonzo Ball.
I think you still see Rondo like it's 08, though. It's not 08.
No, I see him as a point guard that led him.
No. Because you said this for years. You've been like, well, Rondo, when he was in Dallas, he was talking about Rondo and all that stuff. And no.
I understand that. But we just saw it in this most recent playoffs where he helped his team get past, win playoff games, make it into the next playoff round. He doesn't have to be the number one person. He still helped get the team there, and without Rondo there, I don't think they would have done as well.
I just said with the playoffs, we'd start Rondo. I just said that.
He said it.
I just don't think that.
But to start the season, we need to start with Ball, see what we have, see what he's got. And then if he can't make it, we got Rondo.
You mean like test out for one game?
I do want to say something. Something you said last week. Remember you were talking about Rondo. You were saying Rondo was trade bait. They would trade Lonzo before they traded Rondo.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I meant to say that, but
that's why you have to play Ball more because it's trade bait.
But because Lonzo Ball gives you more value in a trade.
Absolutely. Which is crazy because
his
shot is bad. Right. But I'm just telling you the reality of the situation, man.
I meant to address that last week, but I forgot. Mine's blown again.
Now I will admit the one that really blew my mind was Lance Stevenson.
He blew your mind.
I mean,
pun intended.
And let me say this: there's a lot of slashers on the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, guys that can run to the rim, guys that can, which is good because they're gonna have to run to get transition baskets. They're gonna have to run. But I said this: Ball, Ingram, Art, Kuzma, those guys have to turn into knockdown shooters. They have to, because with Stevenson and Rondo and LeBron can shoot, but that's not his game.
Right.
Like those, at least 3 of those 4 have to be dead cold shooters.
Right, but Stevenson, and I said this, I mean, it's not more so
the glue guy. The glue.
Not,
I loved it. He is a glue guy.
That's what,
he is. He's definitely a glue guy.
See. And
every great team has a glue guy.
Exactly. That's my whole thing. He's gonna die for loose balls. A lot of the things
the Bulls,
that he
Rodman
does,
was their glue.
Exactly.
Was their glue guy.
We're not comparing. Like he was like, oh,
the Celtics.
You're comparing them to Draymond Green.
So don't say it. Don't say it.
Marcus Smart
glue guy. Marcus Smart is a glue guy.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to stop.
That's what I was saying with Stevenson. Stevenson brings.
So wait, no, hold on. So you said Stevenson is like Rodman. So we're going to be talking about...
No. We're talking about in terms of their team, there has to be a person that has that personality, the toughness, the grit. Like when the Mavs won, who was that guy who played... Oh, gosh. He was a shooting guard. He was mainly defense. He can make threes.
Deshaun Stevenson.
That was their glue guy.
Yeah.
Toughness. Real tough. And he didn't play that much, but when he came on the court, he was some toughness.
LeBron loved it.
I agree with this. Stevenson. I agree with this. It's Lance Stevenson. I just don't buy it.
Wait a minute. This is why this is blasphemy. The Celtics have a bunch of glue guys. that have played, and y'all have done this for decades.
That have blown in people's ears?
No, that has nothing to do with it. Glue guys, that's what the Celtics are built on. Y'all have those tough, hard-working...
That are goofballs on the court?
Oh my gosh, stop it. Y'all have those tough, hard-nosed players. That's what I've always been frustrated with, because I know when we play the Celtics, like, it's going to be tough, because, you know, they're just tough. There's nothing really, like, elite about they just play hard, and I'm like, man, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
He's a glue guy.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a glue guy. Like every team needs it. Every team needs a person that's just gonna.
I understand. I just think that Stevenson is a goofball. I think he.
Did you watch him play this past season with the Pacers?
This past season, he played very well.
And the Pacers are going to be good next year. Mark my words, they're going to be good.
Who did they add?
Tyreek Evans.
That was big because they got that extra scoring punch, and that's what they needed.
Yep.
And Victor Oladipo, if he keeps it up, Miles Turner,
and then be a mid.
Thaddeus Young, Sabonis. Yeah. They got some good pieces.
They're going to be a mid Eastern Conference team.
Like that ain't saying much. I mean,
mid playoffs.
That ain't saying much.
Yeah.
The East is terrible.
I don't think they're going to take because they made the semifinals. They're not going to go past.
No, they didn't. They didn't go past the first round.
They lost in the first round, 7 games.
Duh.
I think they'll be a 4 seed though.
You think they're going to make the semifinals over the Milwaukee Bucks?
Yeah, something wrong with that makeup of that team.
Something's wrong with it.
Something's wrong with the makeup. I don't know.
Talking about Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I mean,
it should.
I think
it should
they'll be in the mix.
If we're talking talent, no, but
I think,
man,
you got what? Boston, Philly, Indiana. I know it's hard to name after Boston, Philly.
Indiana,
Milwaukee.
That's really like
maybe Washington.
Washington.
And
Washington's gonna suck.
That's why I said
Washington will beat the Celtics every game that they play against each other.
And then they got their rivalry.
They'll get to the playoffs, and the Celtics will sweep them.
That's why I said Indiana might get that 4 seed.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, I like Indiana's playing style too. Like they know who they are. Mm-hmm. That's what I think, and that's what I think is important about LA and their playing style because
look at you.
That segue.
It is because that team's got slashers and very tough defensively. And if the Lakers can take that and put LeBron in that same kind of style, I think it's good. The problem is if we don't have any shooters, it won't matter.
So it's going to be a completely different team than the Cavs.
It has to be. It is not Cavalier West, which is what I thought you were saying last week, and I was like, that is disrespectful.
Hey, because first of all, they don't have Ty Lue.
Admittedly,
they don't even have the young pieces that we have.
Admittedly, I don't watch Laker games over the last 6 years because they've bored me to tears.
They had LeBron and Kevin Love.
Okay.
And J.R. Smith.
LeBron and Kevin Love.
Brandon Ingram, you like him?
I haven't watched enough of him to have an opinion.
You
talk highly about him.
Ready for this? He compares to Jason Tatum. Yes, he does.
I can stop the recording if you want to rewind it.
Yes, he does.
In what ways?
Absolutely.
In what ways?
Long, rangy defender. Now, the thing with Ingram is he's more of the type to go to the basket. He needs to develop his jumper a little bit more, and I think he's going to do that because we're going to need him to hit some knockdown jumpers. Jason Tatum is a better natural shooter. Absolutely.
He's a better player.
I don't know about a better overall player. Tatum's passing ability is, Ingram's a better passer. I think Ingram's a better rebounder too.
That's tough.
Even though he's skinny as all outdoors.
I tried to defend you, man, when he said they were just it's a Cavaliers West.
It's not. It's going to be a different team.
Got Kuzma, you got Ingram.
It's gonna be defense. It's gonna be a defensive basketball team.
That's great. Yeah. He's not better than Tatum.
I didn't say he was better. I said he compared.
You did say he was better.
His passing ability? Yes, he has better passing ability.
You said as an overall player.
You
said he was better.
You said,
and that's incorrect.
I think it's close.
No, it is not.
I think it's close.
No.
I think we only put Tatum up there because of his upside.
No, we definitely saw his upside.
Ingram is a great player.
We definitely saw Tatum's upside in the playoffs. He was showing what he was capable of.
Yeah, because he's surrounded with other great players. Who did Ingram have? Nobody. 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 If you put Ingram and replace Ingram with Tatum, Ingram would have a good year on the Celtics.
He wouldn't have a better year than Tatum.
Oh, I disagree. It's his rookie year. He played 1 year, man.
So did Tatum.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Tatum played 1 year. Ingram's been playing a couple years. He's on a bad team.
I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Who are these Lakers players?
Oh man. Okay. Anyways.
All right. So back to
all right.
Yeah.
Now here's what I get it. If they're gonna play that style, Luke Walton, I don't think fits that style unless he shows me something that I haven't seen. I'm not saying Luke Walton's a bad coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, is he the type of guy that's really going to set up, that defensive style of basketball? He might get them running and get them spacing. That's what he's for. As far as getting them spaced out, because that's going to be an issue.
Right.
But defensively, does Luke Walton really know how to get them together?
Remains to be seen. It remains to be seen.
I would love for Mark Jackson to be the Lakers. But I know it's not going to happen.
Mama, there goes that man.
Right, but I know it's not going to happen.
Right.
I know it's not going to happen. But that's what I would love. Because he could develop those young guys and get them going.
So, what's Luke Walton's window as a coach? Like, do you?
He gets. I hate to say it because I like Luke. I think he's a good guy. Man, it depends. They have to do they don't have to necessarily go to the finals, but he needs to do some work. They're gonna have to, I think, at least get to the second round. At least
They will.
Right.
With the team president,
I hope
feel
so.
Like they will. I mean, barring
I hope
injuries
so.
and things of that nature.
Right. But do I definitely think they're gonna be?
Brandon Ingram.
Do I definitely think they're gonna beat Houston? No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. Houston now.
Not if they re-sign Capella. It's not a definite. Is what I'm saying. That would be a hard
It'd be
series.
competitive.
It'd be a hard series.
But man, it's hard for me to run like.
Oh no, I agree.
Yeah.
But the style of play
would
make it difficult.
Gotcha. So you think Luke Walton, if he doesn't get to at least the second round, you think he's done?
I only say that because the pressure in LA is going to be on him. He's already talked to Tyronn Lue. He's already messed up, step one.
Yeah.
So
you talked to Ty Lue, yeah.
which is
So any advice from Ty?
Right, like why he did that? I was like, so I think he's on the clock. I do.
I got you.
He's on the clock.
I got you.
Okay. After some research, in the regular season, Brandon Ingram had more points per game. So I will put this on the shelf, and we will talk about it as the season goes.
Okay.
Because I think it's blasphemy that you compare the two. But at the same time, that's just because I haven't watched Brandon Ingram. So I will shelve it. I will not. It is not blasphemy. I take it back right now. I can't have that opinion right now.
I'll say this: if I were a GM, I would take Tatum over Ingram.
You see
because
how
he's got
I
more
start to
athleticism.
give a little bit, and then he's like, okay, well now that I've gotten
No, but I'm just they're very similar though.
We will see. We will talk about this. We will add this to a list. I'm going to keep a list of topics to be discussed at a later date. So we can pull this up during the season, and I can just go in.
I got you.
Because you're right. We have seen the upside of Tatum. And oh my gosh, it's high up there. We'll see. We'll see what your little boy over there can do.
But there's also a reason why anybody that's talked to the Lakers about trade, they want Ingram. They want him.
And that's also why the Spurs have said we're looking for Jason Tatum in the trade for the second best player in the NBA.
I agree. I agree with that. As they should.
They should. Yeah.
They should want him.
They didn't say they didn't say, "Hey Lakers, we want Brandon Ingram." They said we want Jason Tatum.
Oh, I agree. They probably want Jaylen Brown too, which I know y'all aren't going to give, or you don't want to give him up. I should say. I think the Celtics would give up Jaylen Brown. You don't want to give him up.
I like Jaylen Brown. The only person that I would consider trading him for would be quiet.
Anyways,
now what were you guys talking about with the coach?
We just went on talking about Luke Walton, man. What's his window like with this team?
3 months. I'm joking.
It's not 3 months.
Yeah.
I think he's got the year, but he's got to show some.
He's got to
show some stuff.
He's got to do that thing he did with the Warriors where they won all the games.
Oh, Steve Kerr was. Okay,
stop it. No,
I got you. Cool.
I'm playing.
So now we're on the free agency.
Free agency next year, Lakers. Talk to me. We already kind of talked about one of them. Boogie. Is that your number one target?
I think it would be a nice target, but I'm going to be honest with you. If we could get any way of getting Kyrie and Jimmy Butler, because they've already hang on, just listen to what I'm saying. They are. I've said this before, and this is why I want to bring this up. Kyrie is not going to be with Boston. That's my prediction. He's not going to be with Boston next year. He's not going to. He wants to play in either New York or he wants to play with Jimmy Butler.
They want to stay in the East.
Right, which is true. They want to stay in the East.
Mm.
Great equalizer, Magic Johnson.
Why would he
LeBron?
want to leave Boston?
Huh?
Why would he want to leave Boston?
Well, I think he's already said he wanted
hasn't
to go
said
play
that
in New
at all.
York before. Yes, he did. He wanted to go play in New York.
Okay, and Paul George wanted to go play in LA. And then he said,
Right.
"Hey, LA, you didn't come get me. I don't want to go there."
No.
me
Oklahoma
to
City
pull-
showed him the money.
Do you want me to
Oklahoma City showed him
Do
the
you
money.
want me to pull up the quote?
I'm not saying he didn't, but it's easier when they're like, all right, we open the bank for you. Who's going to say no to that?
Okay,
Like,
so Kyrie is our number one player.
right. But I think the problem is he's also has an injury prone. He's been injured so many times. If Kyrie Irving gets injured this year, do you think the Celtics still hold him up as the number one player?
Maybe not, but that's a big if for you
Makes
to
him
say
trade
he's-
bait. Makes him trade. I'm just saying, makes him trade bait.
But
He's
I mean,
on the best team in the East.
I'm not
He's got
I'm not saying he's not the best player.
Amazing young players around him.
I agree. But they might want to get those young players ready to go sooner.
Did I already say he was the best player in the East?
Because if they get
No, I
Kyrie, if they trade for Kyrie, they can get a lot of things for him and still be able to keep those young players. That's not a bad.
But if Kyrie is our key to the championship, we don't need to trade him. And if he's leading the team to the championship,
If he gets you some really good pieces, depends on what you get back for him.
no.
Depends on what you get back for him.
No. You do not trade the player that can win you a championship for pieces to maybe win. If you already have the pieces there.
I hear what you're saying, but I want to address what you said. So you said possibly to LA. So the reason why Kyrie's in Boston is because he didn't want to play with LeBron.
Right.
So why would he want to play with LeBron? What would be different?
He doesn't want to play with LeBron anymore. He's not going to LA. That's a
Yes,
no.
that's
It's an
the
absolute
only,
no.
I guess,
If
issue
you
I
go-
have with it.
That's just you being a Lakers fan and just hoping that somehow, some way that can work.
I'm being a homer
It's
on that one.
not
I'm
gonna
just
work.
saying if
There's
if
no way.
Magic
There's no
Johnson,
way.
I'm
There's
saying
no
if
way.
Magic Johnson's
There's no
talking to
way.
him,
There's
and if
no
LeBron,
way.
if LeBron
There's
would be
no
a man
way.
enough to
Are
go
we
to
gonna
him
keep
and say,
talking about
I'm
this?
sorry,
There's no way.
sorry for what I
There's
did.
no way.
There is
There's
a way.
no way. There's no way.
There is a way.
He does not want to play with LeBron anymore.
Okay. Then he's gonna go to New York.
If he like,
Yeah, him and Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, him and Jimmy Butler in New York.
The
I
unicorn-
understand that those two want to play together, but he's not going to LA. Like that's
The other thing I would really want, which I know it's not going to happen, if we could get Klay Thompson. That would be huge because he's a shooter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that gets our offense already set. We got so many sets to run then.
Yeah.
But
Clay.
man,
Clay.
we need Klay though.
Yeah, with the Warriors, Clay's the odd person out. I think.
So you're okay with having Clay and LeBron be your two max?
Oh man, if we had Klay, that would. Oof. Yeah.
Who's the big man?
I mean, he's the big man.
Who's the big man?
Well, big. I don't know. We have to go with a small lineup, I think. But I don't know. Depends. Depends.
You need to have a rim protector.
Well, I don't know. Capella? I don't know. I think he might get a 1-year deal to bet on himself again. Then he might become player we go after. I don't know. That's a good question. Or we trade some of our young pieces for a big man.
Resign
I don't know.
JaVale McGee.
No. I'm glad that's a 1-year deal. I will admit
Resign
that
JaVale
one.
McGee.
That
hey,
one in Stevenson,
hey.
I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, they all one
But-
deal. So
But Caldwell Pope was nice, and getting Rondo was nice. Makes them a tough-minded team. We'll see if it lasts. I don't know.
I said this last show. I'll say it again. I still think the Lakers are going to be the number 2 seed because I think LeBron is that big of a deal.
Oh, I agree, but I think we'll be number 3 or 4.
Because you're and that's you assuming that Clint Capella signs back with the Rockets.
right.
And I understand it. The Rockets had a fantastic year. I really don't mean to put them down, other than I had a heated conversation with said person about the Rockets being better than the Celtics, and so now I'm just mad. So, I have said this. I said it on the show last week
Right.
that I thought the Lakers are going to be the number 2 seed, and it doesn't even matter who else they add.
Yeah.
I think LeBron is that big of a deal. I think Rondo is not as big of a deal, but I think he helps enough.
Yeah.
And I think the young players that they have, sure, I will watch Brandon Ingram some more. But I think, I've heard Kuzma's pretty good.
Heard. You never seen him?
Kuzma's bad dude.
Kuzma's can play.
I told you, I really don't watch Lakers.
Yeah.
It just
Oh,
those
yeah.
colors,
Alright.
those colors just kind of. Anyway,
Josh Hart?
are we done? I've never heard that name before. Are we
Oh,
done
wow.
talking about the
Wow.
Oh, man.
Disrespect.
No, I've got research to do. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't.
Josh Hart's.
I've been quiet for the last 34 minutes after someone said Paul Pierce was. I just still can't get past this in my
he's
mind.
Still not one, yeah.
But Lamar, this was your quarter. Are we done with the Lakers?
Yeah.
Praise Jesus!
Need to get
All right.
another free agent.